The law of attraction is exact. It works beautifully. You just need to do your inner work so that what you attract is a reflection of who you are. If what you're attracting is density and poverty and pain and anguish, that is your mirror. Look in it and go, oh my God, don't be the victim and shy down and shrink. That was all your other lifetimes, all the other centuries you spent growing. Don't look and shrink in that mirror. Look in that mirror and go, I am creating this. What is it in me that is attracting this? And for some of you, it's long lists of misery. You must shift your focus by removing what is in your consciousness, attracting that focus. That is where the clearing work comes in. That is when you step into your spiritual adulthood.
Welcome to Becoming Awesome with Peter D., channeling Saint Germain.
I am so grateful you're watching this channel. Your support means the world to me and Tracy. But the bottom line is less than 4 out of 10 of you watching this have subscribed. Please help the channel grow. Help this message get out. It's the most important thing you can do. Subscribe. And besides, it'll help you. It'll be a statement to the universe that you're interested in your spiritual growth and you want to receive more. Thank you. Hey everybody. Saint Germain's going to be with us today. Very, very exciting to get his blessings. We're going to be talking about the energetics of money. So go ahead and strap in for some wealth. Before you do, please like, subscribe, share this video to other people who can use a few more dollars in their spiritual bank account. All right, here we go. Dear ones, beautiful souls, I am Saint Germain, and here I get to be with you and dance in your fields of energy. You do not understand yet the magnitude of joy that you are. The amount of energy that is within you is enough to light up a nuclear reactor in your terms. You are atoms, electrons, quarks, smaller particles, all spinning, all creating energy fields. You have more neurons in your brain than there are stars in the galaxy. And each of those are generating energy. And within that energy is joy. The joy of who you are. You don't understand it. You get so caught up in the mental world or the expectation or this sadness or that problem. And you miss the magnificence of who you are. But we're here. We see that. We know you for who you are. And we celebrate you because you are magnificent and divine and loved. Can you let that come in? Can you just for this moment take a connection, make a connection to me, Saint Germain, and allow a little more love into your field? Because that's all I'm doing is reflecting back your love. It's not like I'm sending you anything you don't already have. I am just clear enough to move through many of the blockages that you see and elevate your awareness of all those energetic dynamos that create you, which are joy and love. Feel that, please, now. Peter has asked us to speak today about the energetics of money. And we are happy to do this. Although it's kind of funny that money is so much associated with me, Saint Germain, when there's more to it. Now, of course, we're happy to coach you, gift you, allow you, bless you to receive and be abundant and wealthy because it makes you happy and joyful. But this is only one sliver of who we are. We are a saint because when inhabiting a human body and doing the things we did, people noticed it. And as such, we were given the accolade. What they noticed was a field of joy, a field of connection to source. The term Peter uses always is bubbles of heaven. We came in knowing that we could bring this mastery or embody this mastery to demonstrate to many others. And in that demonstration, we became a saint. We're telling you this because we want you to understand it's not just about, oh, here's Santa Claus and he's handing out money and gifts. We're happy to do that. We like the whole idea of Santa and Christmas. We do. However, what's being given out is really just holding the truth of the divine within. And then by moving through the earth, people feel it and are affected by it. As such, they receive blessings. And then when you're scared or kind of needy, you come and say, ooh, another blessing, please. And of course, we're happy to give it. But we're more happy for you to understand that you can hold this energetic field. And if you hold this energetic field, it will translate into wealth. We will speak more of that in a few moments, but right now we want to speak of the energetics we are wishing you to carry, the beauty of who you are. You are not designed flawed. This whole, the sin, there's no other word for it, the sin of being told you had original sin. What a punishment. What a curse. Who would be so evil to put that on you? Certainly not the divine. You've got to understand this was a creation of beings, human beings, and other lesser beings that try to move into godhood in your pasts. You know who of we speak, those of you who are aware of the dynamics of all the entities that are inhabiting this planet. This was put on you. And many of you believed it because you were afraid at different times. See, that's the key. Nothing comes into your field without permissioning it. And when you were in those moments where you had uncertainty or doubt or fear, that's when the reality coalesced around you to make it, oh, yes, these beings can control you. You're a sinner, bad. And then you had external proof, so to speak. It's not really proof. It's just the power of your mastery. You held the vibration and frequency of, oh, I've got shame. I've got guilt. I'm feeling bad. I did something. Oh, look at this around me. Geez, I'm a bad person. That's all it is you held the vibration. It coalesced around you. That's the testament to who you are and the power of who you are, the energetics, so to speak. Now, many of you are versed in and have been trained in positive thinking, and this is a beautiful, beautiful thing. But one of Peter's favorite sayings is, as long as you're using the mind to solve your problems, you're just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. The ship's still sinking. Mind cannot solve problems of physicality. Mind cannot solve problems of energetic creation. Mind can only help you see things. But because you've surrendered so much to mind, you then believe, oh, I'm dirty, I'm filthy, I'm born with original sin, I need to be punished. All these things. And of course you create them. And then those who like to control you get to say, oh, look, suckers. Now, this is not to make light of your situation. It's a terrible situation if it's hard, if it hurts you, right? But, at a certain point when you laugh about it, guess what? You're free. So it's all the energetics. Now, we speak often of this because we channel through Peter here, and he is very focused on, and we agree, that clear is something to behold in your life, to achieve in your life. That clarity. When you get to that clarity, the freedom of it, then what you're doing is you're vibrating on a frequency that is going to bring abundance to you, that is going to attract the joy, because it's going to reflect back to you who you are, what you do, your service. Yeah. So this is why this is important. And a lot of you have made beautiful attempts. And other of you look at this and go, huh? What? Clear? Well, Peter wants us to tell you, so we will tell you that just get on his website, sign up for the free membership area. Free, right? Gift to you. And there's a little video that says start here. And it's a program that you can work to start to do your clearing. And then you'll find what's right for you. And it doesn't have to be his work. It can be anybody's work. But the idea is to move past your density. We're way past just thinking the mental thoughts. I'm thinking all the good thoughts. Why do I keep getting the crap? Well, it's the law of attraction. You're holding those densities in you, those unconscious fears that are rooted in you. Of course, you're going to attract it around you. Now, what this is that most of you attract is, of course, poverty and lack. Because one of Peter's teachers said you'll become a master of misery. Now, we don't see it that harshly. We see you as a master of love who's learning your mastery. Oh, I don't have to focus on these things. I can focus on these other things. So part of it is shifting your focus. But the key is you can't shift your focus to be the little boy in the alley who's whistling in the dark to pretend he's not afraid of the night. No. You must shift your focus by removing what is in your consciousness, attracting that focus. That is where the clearing work comes in. That is when you step into your spiritual adulthood. Yeah, we want to help you. That's why we became a saint, right? Everybody said, oh, look at this Saint Germain fella. He's out there doing all these beautiful things, helping service. And all we were doing is demonstrating what you can do. You see, when Peter created his site with his wife, and they decided to give away many things to help people, guess what they got in return? Many things to help themselves. This is how it works. It is the law of attraction. You know that. And the law of attraction is exact. It works beautifully. You just need to do your inner work so that what you attract is a reflection of who you are. If what you're attracting is density and poverty and pain and anguish, that is your mirror. Look in it and go, oh my God, don't be the victim and shy down and shrink. That was all your other lifetimes, all the other centuries you spent growing. Don't look and shrink in that mirror. Look in that mirror and go, I am creating this. What is it in me that is attracting this? And for some of you, it's long lists of misery. But you go into it. And it may seem hard for some of you. This is why many people don't dive into this as quickly as they can. They're still waiting for mommy to come change their diapers. You're way past that. Time to start to clean yourself up. And that means making a list and doing the things you need to do to clear. And yes, it can take you a long time, and for months or weeks or maybe even years. But weigh that against hundreds or thousands of lifetimes where you suffered. Even in this life, weigh that against 40 or 50 or 30 years of suffering versus 1 year of really cleaning yourself out. It's a bargain. But you have to do it and you have to space it. And of course it hurts. But you don't have to do it alone. That's why we're here. You can just tap in and say, Saint Germain, come please help me. Be with me during this time. Your source is always with you. Your higher self, your spirit team is always with you. Acknowledge, let them in. This whole thing, you don't have to do it alone. If you don't have the palpable sense yet of that, then that's where you start. You practice. One of the things Peter did regularly was he used to just take pictures of divine, you can get them all over the internet, different people's gods or whatever. You draw your own if you want to. It doesn't matter. And then he would just spend every day for 15 or 20 minutes looking at it while he was playing beautiful music and saying, please be with me, please be with me, please be with me. And he would connect on that energetic level. And then you connect. So get right with Source. And then, of course, always let them help you. Ask them to hold your hand every minute of the day, especially when you're moving into these areas of clearing out what's keeping you from your wealth. Now, let us talk more about actually getting that wealth. As you give, so you receive exactly. So if you do service, you're going to get service. If you give away some money, guess what you get back? Money. Now, this was called tithing in much of your literature. And it was a beautiful thing. Some of the churches have changed to the point where they expect you to do it, and it's an onus and a burden, and just like, none of that's necessary. Okay? It's got to be given out of joy or it doesn't mean anything. Because as you give, you receive exactly. So if you're giving money out of anger and pain, guess what you get back? Money out of anger and pain. So who needs the anger and the pain and the self-doubt and all that stuff? No, you give it out of joy. So you got to give it when you want to. And then give it to that which inspires you. It doesn't have to be just to your church unless your church inspires you. Does it uplift you? Do you feel good? And you go, yeah, that's an investment in yourself, and you give some. Now, 10% was what was created in your literatures, and it doesn't need to be that much. Whatever you give, you get back, tenfold, hundredfold, 1,000-fold when you're open enough to receive it. And then it's always how much. If you have $2, giving $1 is a lot, but if you think about it, it's also half of everything you own. You're willing to bet half of your finances on yourself. It's only $1, so why not? If you only have 2 to your name. You see what we're saying? There's no dollar and cents correlation. You give this much, you get that much. No. It's how much it means to you and how much it inspires you. So if you read a book from an author that lights you up, send them a donation. If you see somebody out in the world doing something cool, hand them some money. These are different things you can do to be inspired. Give to that which inspires you, and then you become inspired as you give, so you receive exactly. Now, there is one caveat to this, right? Once you get to the point where you're SAVAC into service, okay, you can use what you give like trading stamps, like points on your credit card to get what you want. You can make deals with the divine. Why not? The divine has to relate to you where you're at. You're human. Humans make deals, right? So it's going to make deals happily. So make a deal with the divine. Hey, I'll do this and this. You do that, okay? Now, a deal has a couple of elements. One is you got to carry through what you promise. And 2 is you got to trust. Trust, right? You got to trust your partner, or you wouldn't deal with them. So you have to, sometimes it takes time because spirit doesn't move in 3D in time like you do. Spirit is in all time and all space. So, can you just trust that it's coming? You made your deal. Forget about it. Do your thing. Forget about it. Let it come. It's like getting on a plane. You don't go knock on the pilot's door. Are we there yet? No, when it's time and the plane's ready to land, the stewardess announces, buckle up, we're landing. That's how it's going to be with your trust and faith when you want to cash in your green stamps. But for now, do things that are specific to what you want to receive. If you've got eyesight problems, then is it possible to find a little clinic or a shop that sells eyeglasses and then just pay it forward and buy 10 people's glasses, the next 10 that come in? What? Yeah. Do you think that's going to help you? Because it's given exactly in the area that you want to get your benefit from. Then as you come up to your obstacles, because you will, because you're clearing your internal stuff, so you'll do this and then may backfire on you. Oh, I did this, Saint Germain, you're a liar, right? It may backfire on you. No, you're going to have to go, well, what is in me unconsciously? And that's what that clearing stuff we're talking about. And really at the bottom of all this is I don't deserve, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not loved, I'm not lovable. Those dense energies, right? So as you start practicing this giving and receiving, you're going to have all that come up. And that's when the clearing is even more important. And, I did my clearing, now I can just receive. No, you got layers and layers and lifetimes and lifetimes. So you just be aware of, okay, what's arising in me now? What's arising in me now? And then play the game of, is it better or worse than where I was 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago? And of course, it's always better because you're applying consciousness to it. And then you say, ooh, progress, thank you, more please, right? Remember that prayer, thank you, more please. These are all the simple teachings that are available through many, many channels. Peter has collapsed them into his books, into his website. We said join for free and get this stuff. We're here to reinforce it, whether it is through this channel or through someone else. You should make those connections. You should be inspired if you wish. Allow it. Practice it. That's the big thing. No more just being the passive listener. No more just going, oh yeah, somebody was so beautiful and I felt great for the 10 minutes I listened. Now let me go back to my shitty life. No, 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 no. Practice what is there. Do some of that heavy lifting inside you. It's so much help is there now. So this is how the energetics of money work. As you give, so you receive. Your natural state is bliss and abundance. It really is. When you're fully expansive and in the field, it cannot help but be that. When you're fully expansive, you're going to see timelines, different futures for yourself, different pasts for yourself. You're going to see different dimensions and different realities. Do you think there's a dimension or reality that exists where you're abundant? Yes. And because you can conceive of it, it exists. But because you have the mental brakes on, the focus of, no, can't be true, no, pain, blah, 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 whatever you focus on, you cut that off. This is why the clearing work is the abundance work. And then you just keep allowing it. You just keep saying, thank you, more, please. And if you want to gain more, you do the energetics of. You give what you want to receive. Yeah. Now, many of you are doing volunteer work, which is quite beautiful. It helps so many people. But, if you give volunteer work because you're saying, I'm too poor to give you anything, so I'll volunteer. What did you just do? You just cursed yourself saying, oh, I'm too poor to give you anything. So that's your reality. You created it. If you give volunteer work, you're going to get people helping you. Bless that, allow that. If you're doing service in that volunteer work, in other words, helping another person's consciousness raise, that's the big one. That's the one that you're going to make the best deals. You can make deals for anything, but that's the most valued currency there is in the cosmos, is the service. Yeah, your frequency becomes so high when you do help others. Okay, so when you're helping others raise their consciousness, that's when you can make those deals with the divine and get the best trades. And of course, the trade you want to get is how much you allow. If you can hold in your consciousness that you're worth $100 million, boom, it'll drop on you. But most of us can't hold that. Like, how am I going to get that? That's so big. What am I going to do? Oh my God, there's thieves out there, blah, 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 blah. Okay, but if you can hold in your consciousness, oh, I can use another 10,000 in the bank. I comfortably do that. I've had 10,000 in the bank before. And, and then go inside, see if you get that agony in your stomach, that pit. Oh no, not really. Clear it, okay? Maybe you need to start with lower amounts. But it really is the energetic of what you can hold yourself receiving. So we wish to thank you because you are that beautiful, powerful person and you can hold it. We see you. We hope you dance with us. There will be links below this 2 videos that are just chanting prayers with the violet flame, with myself. Bring that into your life. Dance and sing. And then hold the vision of yourself being magnificent. Because that is who we see you as. You are so abundant and wealthy, no matter how much you use your mind to put on shabby clothes and play the game that you're small. It really is just a game of pain. It's just habit. And you've done it so often, it just becomes your reality. Now you're stepping into a new reality. You are the promised land. You're not going to be taken away to heaven. You are the promised land. It's right here in you. You're going to become it and experience it. And then abundance will flow. Because it's just energy. And if the abundance is not flowing, then of course the energy is not flowing. And we direct you back to what we first said. Do your inner work. Clear what's keeping you from being that abundant self. With this, we leave you with blessings. Wow, I love me some Saint Germain. He's so fun to channel because other channels, I get worried. Well, what are you going to say? And, with him, it's just like, oh, just get out of the way. It's going to be cool. Of course, it's that way with all channels. But with him, it's just easier for me because I relate. So if I get Saint Germain's message today, 2 things, clear, because your insides always match your outsides, right? And if you're not abundant, that's the mirror. Then look at your areas of your life. And how can you become more abundant as you clear? And the first one is giving, tithing, or just celebrating. As you give, you receive. And he was very clear about that. And then that becomes a service. And in that service, you can actually grow and cut a deal with your divine. I would like to receive this. I can say from personal experience, I do this service work. I put out all these videos, and Tracy and I offer free sessions 3 days a week. Sign up if you would like to get one. It's like, they're actually not free. They're by donation. So if you want to give us something, you can. But if you don't, hey, that's fine too, because it's all good. Anyway, the whole point is that we do this, and we're very clear with the divine. This much bills paid, this many vacations, and that's it. Pretty much the bills for all the living expenses and the things that give us joy, date night, movies, stuff like that. And, 2-3 good vacations a year that are just spectacular. And it just keeps coming. And at some point we may ask for more, but for right now, we're happy to ask for this, and we know we get it because we give it. All right. Stay blessed. Like, subscribe, put your comments below. Let's have a discussion. What are you giving? What are you receiving? Let's talk about it. Stay blessed. Bye-bye.